Welcome to the Heal Your Hunger Show, where we get to the heart of why you overeat and how to stop. If you struggle with food and weight like I did, welcome home.
Welcome everybody to the Heal Your Hunger Show. So happy to have you here. It is a great day to be alive. Oh my goodness, summer is in swing. I hope you're enjoying it. I hope you're staying cool. Just jump in the pool if you're hot. And if you're self-conscious about your weight, do it anyway. Nobody's watching. Welcome if this is your first time visiting the Heal Your Hunger Show. We talk about all things emotional eating, all things around the underlying causes of your food and weight struggles. We are not interested in the latest diet fad. Okay, so we're really about the real stuff. Why do we eat in spite of knowing better? Why do we have the compulsion to eat in spite of wanting to be on a healthier track? What's that about? What's driving us to self-destruct with food? And if you relate to having a disordered eating, dysfunctional relationship with food, you're in the right place, because I did too. And the women who tune into this show and a few smart men, we all did. And we also were all tired of the dieting roller coaster ride. So welcome. You are so in the right place. And guess what? We offer this show also in the Facebook group, The Secret Sauce to End Emotional Eating. So you can catch the show. You can also connect with other emotional eaters in the Secret Sauce group. We would love to have you there. Just go to Facebook and type in The Secret Sauce to End Emotional Eating and ask to join, and we'll say sure. Also, exciting news, the Quit Sugar Challenge is right around the corner, and if you haven't gotten your ticket, don't delay. Go to quitsugarchallenge.com and sign up. It's literally $17, folks. $17. Yeah, I spent way more than that on my binges. So if you are a sugar binger, or if your doctor has told you need to cut sugar out of your diet or minimize sugar, if you're having trouble doing that on your own, if you know you have health problems that are exacerbated by eating sugar and you want to feel good, join us for the Quit Sugar Challenge. It's really fun. You don't have to quit sugar all the way. You can just get really aware of where sugar is hiding in your diet, what food swaps you can have that are sweet and yummy and yet are sugar-free, because I'm all about that. I still have a sweet tooth, but I don't have to eat sugar anymore because I know better. And I know the right swaps to eat that don't keep me hooked and coming back for more. They just satisfy my sweet tooth. So I'm going to share all those hacks with you on the Quit Sugar Challenge. Just go to quitsugarchallenge.com and join us. Make it a priority. Make you a priority. Don't blow this off. Make you a priority. Your relationship with food and how you feel about your body affects everything, right? Absolutely everything. Okay, on with the show. So what I want to do is share with you about a really recent experience I had literally this week, and that is I had my first pickleball lesson, and I'm super excited. I decided to take this lesson after some resistance. So if you are feeling like you'd like to play pickleball, but you have resistance, I totally get that. I'm going to share about that in a second. But if you don't know what pickleball is, let me fill you in, because it's kind of the rave in our country, in the US. I'm not sure about other places. I have a feeling it's probably the rave in other places as well. But guess what? It's the fastest growing sport in the US in 2023. And this is the third year that it is the fastest growing sport. Okay, so it's a cross between ping pong, badminton, and tennis. And it was invented by 3 vacationers in Bainbridge Island near Seattle in 1965. But it's only in the past few years that it has taken off like wildfire. My oldest sister and her wife play, and my sister was a tennis player. So I'm like, oh, isn't that hard? Like, how can you do that? How can you switch from tennis to pickleball? Doesn't that mess you up? And so that was one of my beliefs, and that was one of my points of resistance. I don't want to mess up my tennis game. Not like I'm a great tennis player, but still, I grew up playing tennis. So I thought, oh, I don't want to mess that up. And I had these other points of resistance. And then I was in Mexico visiting my friend Robin Nielsen, the beautiful, wonderful hormone expert, and she and her friends were playing pickleball, and I got the bug. I came right home and signed up for a lesson. So I had my lesson this week, and I had a ton of fun. So I want to share some really quick, short and sweet, and I mean it. I'm not going to be here talking to you long. I don't think it takes a lot of words to tell you the 5 really cool lessons I got from my first pickleball lesson. So, also regarding pickleball, statistic wise, there's a myth out there that pickleball is for older people. And granted, a ton of older people are picking up on the pickleball game. My parents are in their 80s, and they have played. And a lot of older people are playing because you don't move as much. It's a smaller court. It's a lot of hand and wrist action. So you're not beating your body up running. And that's good if you got some aches and pains and creakiness in your body. So a lot of older people are picking up on it. But it's a myth that that's the main population of people who are playing. In fact, the largest age bracket of pickleball players, 28% are between ages 18 and 34. So I say that because my partner has a total resistance to playing, partly because he's got ankle issues, and he's best playing frisbee, ultimate frisbee on the sand. That's his form of exercise. He loves it. He's out there at the Santa Monica beach, several nights a week, several days on the weekends. And he doesn't want to hurt his ankles because he's done a lot of sports and he's got injuries. But this, I would say the thing that he resists the most is he thinks it's an old person sport. And he's like, I don't want to get old. I don't want to be with those old people. I'm going to play with the young people half my age on the beach playing frisbee. And that's awesome. He's super in shape on account of it, and it keeps him young. So I'm all for that. But the resistance of being classed with a bunch of old people playing pickleball is, I think, more of a driver here. But that's between you and me. So anyway, the cool thing is that there's a lot of young people playing, and there's older people playing as well. So I thought, hey, I'm going to check it out. I'm open, And so the 5 lessons are, first of all, number 1 is to get uncomfortable. Trying anything new is uncomfortable. I don't like it any more than the next person. And as emotional eaters, we tend to eschew things that are uncomfortable. We tend to think, if it's uncomfortable, I don't want to do it. And we have eaten throughout the course of our lives because we didn't want to feel uncomfortable feelings. And signing up for a pickleball class is uncomfortable. You don't know who's going. You don't know what's going to happen. You don't know if you're going to be able to do it, yada, yada. It's the usual stuff when you do anything new. But because we don't like to feel uncomfortable, it might hold you back. And I'm not just talking with pickleball. I'm talking with anything. I'm talking about having a new tack on addressing your emotional eating or your food struggles. Diets. That's familiar. Unsuccessful, but familiar. All right. So in order to get results, you're going to have to try something new. Just like with pickleball, I had to show up. I didn't know what to wear. I didn't have a racket. I didn't know what was going on, but I went, and I was uncomfortable for probably the first half hour, and then it got easier. But guess what? I wasn't the only uncomfortable person there. Of course I'm not the only one. It was a bunch of us, and we kind of muddled our way through, and it was great. But in order to have results in anything, you got to be willing to get uncomfortable. Don't expect to have success if you're hanging out in your comfort zone, which, if you haven't noticed, might be more of a misery zone, especially if you're doing the dieting roller coaster ride again and again and again. So that's lesson number 1. Lesson number 2 is challenge old beliefs. Okay, challenge old beliefs. We are rife with old beliefs, prejudices, things we believe, doing things the way our parents did them, living according to old messages that we had about what's proper, what's not proper. I just had a client say, I'm feeling like, now that she's not overeating, I'm feeling feelings of resentment and anger, but I grew up in the South, and good girls from the South don't get angry. Well, that's an old belief. And it's a bunch of hooey, okay? And it's a big driver of her overeating. If she's gonna change her relationship with food, she's gonna have to get acquainted with lots of feelings, one of which is anger. And she can deal with it in a responsible way, but she's gotta feel it, feel, deal, and heal. That's what we do at Heal Your Hunger. So challenge old beliefs. My partner's belief that all pickleball players are old and like crotchety. Not true. Largest age bracket of pickleball players is between 18 and 34. So challenge old beliefs. Don't live according to what you think you know. Don't live according to old ideas. This is so important as emotional eaters. The old idea that we have to have struggle and strife in order to lose weight. That is not true. You can lose weight literally by stopping trying to lose weight. That's what we do at Heal Your Hunger. We completely shift the focus off of food and onto self-care and self-awareness. It's a game changer. My clients are losing weight without trying to lose weight, because they're no longer living by the old belief that you have to weigh and measure and have strife and struggle around food and deprive yourself and have things be hard and heavy. Nope, not so. So challenge old beliefs. And I did today. I went to my pickleball class in spite of not knowing what, in spite of thinking it was a certain way, and I was pleasantly surprised. The third lesson from my pickleball lesson is move ye old body. Okay, so move your body. It's so much fun, and it doesn't have to be a lot. I sweated, but I didn't get super exerted during my first pickleball class, but it was so good to move my body, and it was good to move my body outside. So move your body outside. It's simple. It's a simple message, but you might need to hear that today. You might have been listening just to hear that little challenge from Tricia to get outside and move your body. You don't have to do some marathon or some big deal form of exercise. Okay, it doesn't have to be a jog. I hate running personally, so I just moved my body in a 90-minute pickleball class. That's it. It was super fun and easy, but I feel good. I feel good doing it. Lesson number 4, get social. Get social. I didn't know how isolated I was. I realize now that I've been pretty isolated, during the pandemic, having an online business. I have lots of friends, but they're a phone call or a Zoom call away. They're not always people I can hug and grab and just be physical, get close to. And so when I was out there on the court with these people I didn't know, it was so much fun. I was like, wow, I'm right in my backyard are some really cool people. I exchanged numbers with one of the women, and that was super cool. We're going to show up for the next class. And it felt so good to meet some new people, see who's in my neighborhood, who's out there. It's such a simple thing, but we forget. And I think the pandemic has trained us to isolate and not be as social as we used to be. So get social. It increases, the oxytocin, the happy hormone in our bodies. It helps us shed the cobwebs of doing things the old way, right? And it's makes us young. Makes us young to be social and meet new people. So the 5th lesson, this is my favorite, is to have fun. Are you having fun? Are you doing things that make you smile? Are you feeling like life is fun? And if you're not, it's time to add something in. Now, you may be doing some really deep work on yourself, and you may not be in the happiest of places right now. And I applaud you and the deeper work you're doing. But don't forget to have fun. Don't forget to have fun. Or perhaps you're working really hard on a project at work. give yourself some time and space to have some fun. And I had so much fun at this class, and I'm going to go back next week. But, I work a lot. I have my head to the grindstone, my nose to the grindstone. I'm trying to figure out ways to make a bigger impact with women who want to get off the dieting roller coaster ride and change their lives as well as their bodies. That's what I'm all about. But I need to get out and remember the fun and balance my life. It was so good to be away from my phone for 90 minutes. 90 minutes, that's it. I had a bunch of messages when I came back to my phone, but I'm like, wow, I must be on my phone a lot because I never have 10 messages waiting for me, 9 or 10 messages, because I'm always on my phone. So have fun, get away from your phone, get outside, move your body, get social, challenge old beliefs. And most of all, get uncomfortable. Embrace that little social awkwardness that you may have, that little bugger fear that might be holding you back from doing something you really want to do. This is your wake-up call. Okay, I did it by taking a pickleball class. I didn't think I'd be doing that a year ago, but I'm doing it, and I'm going to keep doing it. I'm really excited about this. I think this can bring a lot of really fun and challenging elements to my life, and I want to just challenge you to do the same thing. Pick something that you've wanted to do, or pick something that you know would be good for your health. Make the appointment, take the lesson, invest in yourself, do something to change things up. If nothing changes, nothing changes. Join the Quit Sugar Challenge if that's something that feels a little edgy to you or stretchy. Do the Quit Sugar Challenge. Go to quitsugarchallenge.com. Sign up for the Quit Sugar Challenge. Learn about where sugar is hiding in your foods, even your healthy foods. That's right. You may think you're eating healthy, but the manufacturers have fooled you by putting sugar in your healthy foods that you tend to overeat on. So yeah, if that's the edgy, stretchy, uncomfortable thing, do that. Let us support you through minimizing sugar in your diet. But whatever the next frontier is for you, I challenge you to take that first step and make it happen. We all need the challenge. So here you heard it. The challenge to do something that makes you feel uncomfortable, a little bit edgy, that gets you out of your comfort zone, that helps you challenge old beliefs, that helps you move your body outside, that gets you socially interacting with other people. Again, I find that emotional eaters are all a little socially awkward, so move past that uncomfortable feeling. Embrace being uncomfortable, right? Life it starts at the end of your comfort zone. And most of all, have fun. Get some fun in your life, would you? Okay. Quit Sugar Challenge is fun, by the way. So join us for that if that's something that calls to you. So super excited to carry this message. Super excited for my next pickleball lesson. You'll probably be hearing about it here next week. But until then, I love you, and I'm so excited that you're going to take that next step towards something stretchy and fun and social. See you later.
If you enjoyed this podcast and want to get free support, insider health info, exclusive invites to events, and more, visit healyourhunger.com.